everybody, CoolPika here, and welcome back to more of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. In the last part, we have cleared the Skull Woods, and in this part, it's about time that we have entered the Skull Woods. Ha! You missed, jerk! I didn't even touch you, loser! Yeah, you ain't getting this ass, ha ha! So now that we're done with level 3, I'd say it's right about time where we actually now enter the Village of Seas. Yeah, this village here. This place is a bit more unruly compared to the peaceful Kakarika village. And as you can see here, we obviously have a lot more talking trees. And one thing you want to be wary of, and you got this pool of... Honestly, I don't even know what this tile water is even supposed to be. Yeah, I don't even get it either. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It looks like tile water to me, but what it's supposed to look like or what it's supposed to resemble, I don't really know. But yeah. But in this town, there's a bunch of trees to talk to, but not to mention, this place is pretty unruly. You'll see a bunch of seas here like you did in the forest, and like as usual, you want to watch out for them because they'll try to steal stuff, so be careful. This place is more on the criminal side. Let's read this sign real quick. This is the village of outcasts. People without rupees are not welcome here. Yeah, this is why I wanted to have a lot of rupees, because, I did say I wanted to have a lot of rupees for something, and mostly because, like, it's more because it's for something here that I know that I'm gonna need a lot of rupees for. Oh, we got the dark root version of Post here. Of course, this town's also known for its scum and villainy, so thieves, villains, all likes. There's also a few houses here, so there's a few places we can explore. So it's like, hey, for the first time ever, civilization in the Dark World. You never thought we would actually find civilization here in the Dark World. Well, there is. Albeit, it's not the safest place to live around, but it's civilization nonetheless. I mean, you can't really go anywhere without people trying to kill you, but there is civilization nonetheless. Yeah, I feel just right at home. This is someone's house, but I don't know whose house it is, but since there's really no rules here, I'm just gonna go in here and just steal a bunch of rupees. I also want to make note of this. There's no longer really a need for me to go back to the wishing pond anymore because, I've pretty much maxed out all my bombs and arrows. The max was 60 for the arrows, and for the bombs, it was 50. Also, I don't know if I ever clarified this or not, but in the GBA version, I did make a speculated guess that the max was up to 99 in that version, but for the GBA one at least, but, I ended up being incorrect. It actually was, it was actually the same max. That hasn't really changed, so ignore whatever my past self said. That wasn't the case. It's just been such a long time since I've ever played the GBA version, so I've been misremembering stuff, so I've only just played the GBA version for the first time since it came back out in the NSO, so I wasn't aware of what was on there. So, yeah. Okay, I wonder if this tree has anything useful to say. Wow, I haven't seen a normal person in a few hundred years. Let me talk to you for a while. Do you know about the Gargoyle statue in the village? People say they can hear a girl calling for help under the statue. Isn't that a strange story? Interesting enough, that statue was found right in the center of the village, which seems to be where our 4th dungeon is. We have to keep that place in mind for now, but I don't want to go there just yet. There's actually some things we could actually do in the village. Okay, these signs actually say the same thing. I'm guessing this place was supposed to be like a bar, but this place was clearly ramshacked. Yeah, definitely not the most ruliest of places here, as you can see. Yeah, this isn't the pleasant part of town. We can see there's some creatures here that are supposed to look like chickens of some sort. I'm guessing cuckoos of some sort. I mean, they're kind of undead chickens, if anything. Nothing but bones, if anything, but they're basically the cuckoos of the Dark World, if you want to get into it, but They follow the same principles of Coco's, so so yeah, beat them up and you're gonna get bullied back. I maxed out my rupees already, so actually, maybe I should have waited to go get that chest for later. But you know what? At least I have it for what I need now, so at least we can take care of what I want to do. So we should be able to take care of that. It's fine. There's a few things we can actually do here. So actually, I want to see if this guy says anything first before I go on forward. Excuse me, get out of the way. Okay, no, you're just a dick. So I'm just gonna leave you alone and go on and continue being moody or whatever. Catch up. You run too slow, dingus. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I actually want to go over here first because oh yeah, this is a dead end. So there really is only one thing to do here. So I have a lot of rupees. So that means we're going to be doing what I want to do here. And I have a lot of rupees to do what I want to do. And you want to know what that is? Gambling! Look at all these chests here. We're going to do some gambling today. Yeah, you thought the gambling games in the light world were crazy? You can get a lot of rupees? No. This is actually a gambling game you want to play because there's a lot of chests here, but playing enough times, you may or may not get a piece of heart here. So that is why we want to play this. So this works a bit differently. So you get to open 2 chests here. You might get something out of it, or you may get something out of it, like rupees or an item or something, and you basically just keep playing until you get like a piece of heart or something. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how many tries it will take me, but whoa! 2 tries? What? What? Did I seriously get that in 2 tries? Dude! I was expecting this to take a while! I didn't even use any restore points! Oh my god! What? No way! What is my luck? I mean, I've been on the dying streak in my dungeon and then all of a sudden I lucked out of gambling? That was only my first chest! This was only my second round and I'm... Oh my god, dude. Oh my... What? Guys, I don't even know what to say. Honestly, the second chest, it doesn't even... 100 rupees? Wow. I'm astonished. I wasn't really expecting to do this in 2 rounds. I guess I'm done here. My goodness. What's my luck today? I was not expecting to wake up to this. Okay. You know what? I'm taking this. You know what? I'm taking this. You know what? That means I guess I don't need these guys anymore. Everyone out. 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 Everyone out. I don't need you guys anymore. Everyone get out. Okay, this changes everything now because now that I got this much rupees, I want to do something now. Okay, I actually want to go back to the potion shop because I think it's time. I think it's time I do this. Youth fairs were coming to an end, like I said, but I think we're in a due time for a change. And that change is now. Mister, I would like to buy 3 blue potions. Holy shit. I did not think I would do this in 2 rounds. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock, honestly. I'm honestly still in shock. So I'm still in a bit of disbelief here. That shouldn't have gone so well. But yet it did. It really did. So, okay, so I was expecting this to be like an entire episode, maybe, but this honestly went relatively well. So honestly, I guess we can pretty much just start the dungeon, if anything, now. So I don't think we can really start it. Let's just head into this. Okay, how we get into this dungeon is actually pretty easy. We just pull this bar off and we're in. Oh man, oh jeez, I've watched the Runaway guys play this, more specifically Sugar Conway play this, and oh my god, like, I was like, so for context, like, the Runaway guys playthrough of this, it was basically Sugar Conway playing the, it was basically Sugar Conway just playing this dungeon blind. No, playing the whole entire game blind for the first time, since he's never, like, played A Link to the Past before, since he said it was, like, one of his least favorite Zelda games, and in his opinion. So basically, Nintendo Capri Sun and Proto John were watching him play through A Link to the Past for the first time, and I saw him got to this part, and I was like watching him for like over like 10 or 20 minutes or so, just trying to figure out how to get into this dungeon. It was like the most frustrating scene to watch, and I was just like, dude, just pull on the bars. What are you doing? Just pull on the goddamn bars. It's not even that hard. You are overcomplicating things. It was like one of those big moments where I just like never felt so annoyed, and it was like one of those moments where I just felt like internally screaming at Sugar Conway for something, because you're like one of those guys that watch Let's Plays of who just knows his way around everything, and I'm just like, it's weird watching him do like a blind playthrough or something, and it's like, it's also frustrating, and considering who this guy is, I was like, oh my god, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, it was like one of those first time moments for me where I just had a moment where like, I wanted to eternally yell at him, and that was one of those moments for me. I will never forget that. I will never forget that Let's Play I will never forget that Runaway Guy Let's Play just for that one single moment. But anyways, yeah, we are in the 4th dungeon of the Dark World, and I'll tell you, so, I guess this is kind of where I'm going to go into how I like to do these in order. So, believe it or not, this is the order I like to do things in. Relatively speaking, this is how I like to do my order. So, believe it or not, this is the dungeon I like to do second. Mostly because there's an item we can get in here right away that opens up a lot of options to you. And why that is, well, I mean, we'll get into that the moment we leave this dungeon, but this dungeon opens up a lot to you. And because of that, it's like, there's just stuff I want to get straight away, and completing this dungeon just allows you to do that. So, it's one of the big reasons why I like doing this dungeon second, and you'll see why I like doing this dungeon second. And as you can see, like, I guess it goes into my reason, because, like, the reason I do that, I guess since I've been doing these in, like, numerical order, I'm not losing a lot of hearts, because, like, in the order I usually typically do things, I typically have most of the stuff I would get just from doing them out of order, to the point where it's like, okay, I have most of the upgrades I would want just from doing the dungeons out of order, so it's like I never have to worry about losing so many hearts. It's like the difficulty spikes compared to Link to the Past and the other Zelda titles I've been playing. It's like, there's definitely a huge difference. And I guess that always just throws me off guard. It's a big difference. I guess I'm having a little trouble navigating this. This fourth portion is like usually a bit hard to navigate. Okay, I think the only thing I'm missing is a big key, so that can like be a little bit hard to navigate. Where is it that I need to go? I think it was like,
down here, maybe? No, I don't... Oh, wait, no, I see. No, I see. No, never mind. I think I see where it is I need to go. No, like, don't mind me. I get a little... I get a little lost in this dungeon. It's like, it takes me a bit to figure out how to navigate this place. Even though, like... I have a rough idea where everything's at, but I'm not completely 100% with this dungeon. It's a little tricky navigating, but I eventually get it done. Okay, yeah, there you are. That's what I'm missing. Yeah, there we go, the big key. Yeah, we honestly get all these items relatively well, and all in this one room. Oh, okay, I guess I'm a fluffy bunny again. So yeah, we get all these items like relatively in this one big area. Granted, it's like, this can be like really hard to navigate, but even then, oh, don't get me wrong, this is not, we're not going to be nearly done with the dungeon, believe it or not. Like, I mean, it looks that way, but don't be fooled by it, because as you can see here, the boss room's not really far from us. And you probably think like, oh, yeah, we can probably go and face the boss from right off the bat, right? Yeah, that sounds like no problem at all. Just straight down the hall, and we're already going to be going down to face the boss, right? That's not really the case. This is the boss room, like it says on the map, but really, unfortunately, it's just an empty room. There is no boss. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Now, does it? Yeah, so that's an indicator that there is still more to do. So, really, the only thing that's really left to do is just explore the rest of the dungeon. That tree did give us that little tidbit that there was someone being held captive here. It could potentially be one of the maidens, so it's worth investigating. It could be one of the same maidens we've been hearing about, or it could be someone else entirely. But either way, it's worth investigating. There's an anti-fairy here. I definitely want to get you real quick. Boop. Oh, get there. That's much better. Okay, these jelly scenes here. You have to slash the core, which moves away, so that's the best way to get rid of them. So, I don't want to pay any mind to the room up north real quick. We actually want to pay mind to this room for now. We'll come back to that room like a little later, but this is the room we want to pay mind to first, since we really can. Okay, this guy's not really moving. Oh, anti-fairy. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. I'm just gonna ignore these guys for now. I don't know if I want to move these tiles just yet. I'll see once I get down to this room right here. Yeah, because I knew this tile was gonna be here. So, I want to read this real quick, because, this is gonna be like a really good tidbit to catch on, because, it's really good if you catch on to this now rather than later, because it's gonna save you some trouble later on. Jordan, it's me, Zelda. Don't be deceived by the magic of the blind deceive. Be careful. So, blind. That's... Oh, you know what? I know how to get rid of this. Don't worry. I know how to get rid of this. There! I just go upstairs and it's problem solved. So, Blind the Thief. That's the name we've actually heard of before. Believe it or not, he was a thief that was known back in the Light World. And believe it or not, we've also learned a little tidbit that he was a thief that really hated the light for some reason. I guess he was a vampire or something, I don't know. But, incidentally, this room here, there's a lot of light coming from this room, incidentally. So, maybe this is where Blind ended up. Maybe Blind ended up in the Dark World, and maybe this is where his hideout is. And from what it looks like, what Zelda's trying to hint at, Blind is definitely making his hideout here. And if this is Blind's hideout, if we're gonna contend with Blind and trick Blind and put Blind into a trap, we're gonna have to get some light in here. Now, what do you think? So what we just did here, it made so we shed some light down a hole. We're actually shedding light down into the boss room. What we're doing yet, it doesn't look like it has any purpose right now, but don't worry. The master plan will come unfold in due time. We just gotta give it patience. But thanks to Zelda's forewarning, we know that Blind's probably gonna try and deceive us, so we're just taking a little bit of precaution. Oh shoot, I'm probably gonna die here, so... Okay, I saved myself from the brink of death. That's good. Though I'm probably gonna have to get an anti-fairy. Okay, I'm gonna grab an anti-fairy and... There. I'm taking care of that. Okay, that was actually the room up north that we could have gone to earlier. It's just that we could have accessed through this way, so that's why I wasn't so hung up on that room. So I think there's different pathways we can take at this point, but the one in the south doesn't really lead anywhere. I think it's just... Yeah, that's just a little place where we can get some pots. I'm not so gung-ho about it. So, a lot of moving tiles, nothing out of the ordinary about that. But now we're out in the basement too. So, let's investigate deeper into this palace and see what we can find. We're not anywhere close to finding that girl yet, so let's see if we can find that girl that has been said to be trapped in this palace, because since we don't really know where the boss is and it's nowhere to be found, that seems to be like our best task going forward, since there really isn't anything better else to do. That room really doesn't go anywhere. That's a room you can honestly ignore. It really leads to nowhere, so this is a room you can honestly ignore. It has no purpose, so honestly, I'm just gonna use an Ether in this room and call it a day. Bye. So yeah, that room has no purpose. There is a room right there, but I guess we need a small key, so we can't really do anything there just yet. So, the best thing we can do now is just go south. And the pod here, there's one of these pods here, and again, it's just one of those cases here. It doesn't really lead to a shortcut of any sorts. It just happens to be there. There's really no way you can fall into it, so it doesn't really serve any purpose, at least to my knowledge. It's like it's the Hyrule Castle case all over again, and it seems we've already reached a cell. So this is, and already it seems like we found the girl. Although, let's go ahead and talk to her. Oh, thank you very much. You saved my life. Please, take me outside. Interestingly enough, she's not even in a crystal. And yet, for some reason, she's able to maintain her human form. By supernatural means, I guess? Yeah, that doesn't seem suspicious at all. So we actually can't. So we actually get the key here, and it, coincidentally, it's found in her cell. So the next thing we want to do is actually go into this room, because there's a very important item here that we definitely want to get. And that important item is right here. The Titan's Mitt. So, here's the next thing I want to show. We could take it to the entrance, but if we try to do that... Wait a minute. Please don't go this way. She doesn't seem very adamant about going outside. Something doesn't add up here. We just got her. She seems to be in human form. She's not even trapped in a crystal like the other maidens. Okay. Why don't we go somewhere? Come with me real quick. I want to do a little experiment. I hope you don't mind. This won't hurt a bit, I promise. So, let's test a little theory real quick. So, let's see if you're thinking. Let's deduce our thinkings real quickly here. Anyone that comes into the Dark World normally changes into a shape without the Moon Pearl. And to my only knowledge, unless she has a Moon Pearl, that shouldn't be the case. So, here is the big question. So here's the big question that I want to know with you. What makes her the special case? Why is she able to be a human? Wow. How is she able to be a human form without the Moon Pearl while we had to get it? What to explain that? Blind? Yeah! True bright! You've been sussed out! Alright, yeah! Yup, if you weren't able to figure that out, yeah! This was obviously a ruse. Here's our true culprit, Blind. This is a boss that's actually been foreshadowed back in the light world. This is the boss that's actually been foreshadowed back in the light world. And now, we pretty much see the monster he is in the dark world. It's pretty crazy how we're seeing that foreshadowing come to light. Everything we know about him and his details about hating the light, we're actually seeing that come to light pretty much. Everything we know about him, he basically fires fireballs and lasers at you, spam at you, and there's no special items that we really need to, like, take him down with. We just gotta slash his sword. We just gotta slash him and avoid the lasers of the fireballs. We can block easily with our red shield. The lasers, we really can't. But when we slash him down multiple times, he'll just spawn a head in, and that head will stick around the more times we slash, so the boss fight will just get more chaotic as it goes on. So that's pretty much all there is in this fight. I was kind of traumatized with this fight because, I was like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill the princess! Why would you do this? Although, now I realized that I kind of think it was actually the other way around. The princess didn't turn into the monster. The monster was the princess, and the monster was honestly pretending to be a princess the whole time. I apparently did not get that as a kid. But oh well. Okay, there's two heads, so this is gonna get pretty chaotic going forward. Okay. Oh wow! First try. Okay, I did actually better compared to the other bosses, so that actually worked out pretty well. And we got a heart container for it. Yay! And with that, there's our real mating. Suck it, Blind! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba! See? The real maiden was here all along, trapped in crystal form. Now this is just about right. Jordan, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. As the wise men sealed the way to the dark world, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry out that bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. Surely you can destroy Ganon. Do you understand? Sure do. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. And that's another dungeon down, which really leaves, if I can pull it up, 3 more to go. We don't really have much long to go. So, with that being said, the Titan Mids. This item alone is why I like to do this dungeon second. Because, you know those dark stones out there? The Titan Mids will now allow you to grab those stones, which opens up a lot of stuff for you That alone is why I like doing that dungeon second. Because it opens up a lot of stuff for you the moment you get it. And it is great. That is how I like to do. That is how I like doing it. But however, with that being said, we'll cover everything that we can do in the Titansmiths in the next episode. So with that being said, this is CoolPika, and I will see you all in the next episode. I will see you guys then.